Hey guys, so this is the first video where I'm actually going to show you my garden. It covers about the first 10 days of the spring, so this is going to be soil testing and mounding. Check it out. So I'm going to go do 4 different spots here, kind of measured 20 feet in from each corner. So I just went to each of the 4 spots and then went around them again and did 4 other smaller spots, dug 6 inches down, kind of made a mixture and got one for each. I got all these laid out now, just letting them dry out. Tried to kind of break them down to the same consistency. So originally I had taken 4 soil samples from different corners of the garden, and then I took a 5th one right from the middle, kind of in between all of them, and did the NPK testing, and that came back pretty conclusive. I got pretty much all the information I needed. I did the pH testing though, and the 5 points didn't quite give me enough data, so I ran the other 4 points that would make a 3x3 square for the pH testing, and that gave me a bit more data. Originally in the 5 square, the middle one and the bottom right corner, I guess, came back pretty alkaline. They were up around 7.5, and then once I did the other ones, the middle right and the bottom middle were pretty acidic, so it kind of evened it out, and I decided not to amend for pH. And for NPK, I added a 12-4-8 fertilizer, and it worked pretty well, I think. Alright, so the best way to do it, I think, is if we just do 4 more spots there. So that was kind of testing the pH. For the NPK testing, I've set out 5 different jars with 20 grams of soil and 100 grams of distilled water. So I'm just going to take those and kind of mix it in here and do the test. So the 4 other tests were in the other areas there, kind of just where I hadn't done yet. They came out pretty good. They're a lot less alkaline than the 2 I was kind of worried about there and there, so that's good. The potassium was pretty good everywhere. Phosphorous wasn't too bad. It was a little bit low in some of the spots, but not terrible. And the nitrogen was pretty low everywhere, so we're going to add nitrogen-based fertilizer with a little bit of phosphorus and potassium in it. Alright, so I got all the stakes pounded now for the middle of each row, and then I'm just going to go along with that little rototiller there, and I'll just kind of, it's got a V plow on the back, so I'm just going to go in the walkways with that, and it'll throw the dirt up onto where the plants are going to be. And then I'll go with a rake and just kind of clean it up and get it ready for the irrigation. There's a machine you can get that does all this, but I don't have that, so doing it by hand. Alright, so I got 6 of these rows kind of all figured out, so I'll do the other 6 tomorrow. Got all 12 of them done. Now the soil is going to heat up a little bit quicker. It's going to air out and should be ready to plant next week. So first I finished mounding, preparing, seeding the top of the garden before I moved on to the bottom, so there's a few week jump here. So here's the bottom. On this side of the garden, I've been rethinking a little bit what the plan is, and basically because I have 3 nozzles here, I have like access to water now, which is pretty handy. So instead of doing like 12 foot rows, I'm just gonna do 2 50-foot rows, actually starting like right there. There's gonna be 2 rows, and then I'm gonna turn these 3 rows into like a flower bed or something. I can't remember if I showed you guys these or not, so they're basically just markers. These are just sucker rod and the other end of the rebar, but this is nylon rope. You can see here, this one's like pretty much straight, it's pretty tight. And then the thing about it is you don't have to put them in tight, you can like tighten them after by wrapping around. As long as they're in deep enough. Withstand a little bit of tension. And then, yeah, it's pretty windy out, so we're gonna get a little bit of that. But there you go. So yesterday I got these mounds finished up. They came out to about 40 feet, and these ones here are up to here, they're 15 feet. Hey guys, so that was the first section of me developing my garden. Might have been the most boring too. There's about 4 to 6 different parts that I've broken it into, so hopefully I'll be dropping those videos sooner than later. Hey guys, if you like this video, go check out my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube, all at Ian Spence Plants.